Today, we're doing something a little different and looking at the valuation of Chainlink, a decentralized Oracle network used in smart contracts. You see, I have a friend, we'll call him Bob, even though Bob isn't his real name. His name is Sam. But I don't want to embarrass him here, so Bob it is. Anyway, Bob has this idea that Link is going to become the standardized Oracle for smart contracts in decentralized finance, and frankly, he could be right. The technology behind Links seems proven, and I can't see anything in the market that comes close to it in terms of functional reliability, both core elements for counterparties in decentralized finance. The problem is, how do you value a network like Link? Bob and I have very different ideas as to how much it could be worth. Now, before we get into this, and I have the Link army coming after my blood, I want to reiterate that I'm a huge fan of Link. I have owned the tokens for years, intend to own them for a long time to come, and I have confidence in the network and its ability to outperform. The only disagreement, Bob and I have, relates to valuation. So Bob has this idea that in a world where there is a migration to decentralized finance, there will be, in short order, somewhere around $2.4 trillion of on-chain assets. His contention, therefore, is that Chainlink will need to have a market value in excess of $2 trillion, or slightly greater than the current market cap of Bitcoin. This is because of the way that Link works. On a basic level, the oracles providing data need to have value locked equivalent to the value of the underlying contract. And that value is in the form of Link. So, for a $1 million transaction, the oracle must have $1 million of Link locked until the underlying transaction is complete and both parties to the contract are satisfied. This trust network is far superior to anything we see in legacy finance in terms of ensuring good behavior by data providers, but it comes at a price. And that price is the increasing amount of Link that has to be locked for each transaction. Simply put, as more transactions take place using the Chainlink network, so more Link has to be locked until the completion of the underlying transaction. This ultimately means that the value of each Link has to increase to match the total transactional volume of the chain, and so the holders of Link will generate significant capital gains in addition to rewards from staking. I agree with Bob that all of this is true to a point, but I think he has missed a critical component of the calculation of the likely value of Link, and that is the time parameter. You see, the $2.4 trillion of financial contracts won't all be outstanding at the same time, nor will they remain active for the full year. Most transactions complete in seconds, which, I believe, means the network value of Link is far less than Bob believes. It's obviously not possible to know exactly what the value of each transaction will be, nor how long it will remain outstanding, ahead of any such transaction taking place. I therefore think we can take an approximation method to the network value of Link. As Buffett himself mentioned, it's better to be approximately right than precisely wrong. So, in my mind, we can make a very rough proxy of how these transactions will occur. I think we can simply take the total estimated value of all transactions, $2.4 trillion, and average them over 260 days. That is the 365 days of the year, less weekends. I know that DeFi is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week market, but most of the participants, certainly the ones moving huge sums of money, tend to be legacy players, and they tend to not work weekends, so 260 days it is. If we now take our total estimated value, $2.4 trillion, and divide it on a straight-line basis between 260 days, we have an average daily volume of slightly over $9.2 billion. Given the simplicity of this calculation, we can add a 20% margin of safety to this value because, as we all know, the actual transactions won't come in such a linear manner. This means, on this basis, the network value of Chainlink will have to be in the region of $11.1 billion to accommodate $2.4 trillion worth of annual transactions. We can see the market cap of Link today is approximately $11 billion, very close to my estimate. This means, unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be very much upside to Link at this time, barring two possible events. The first is that ever more transactions are put through the Link network, thereby increasing the total value locked and the market capitalization. The second is, unsurprisingly, market euphoria. Should there be another bull run in the alt market, it is possible Link will see a surge back to its all-time high of approximately $50, which implies a market capitalization of approximately $33 billion. Both of these are possibilities, but I don't think either will move the market cap of Link to anywhere near Bob's expected value. Anyway, what do you guys think? Will Link be the market standard oracle? And if so, what do you think the likely value will be? Until next time, thank you for watching.